Hey, what's going on, Who Dat Nation? What's going on, sports fans? My name is TJ Jones, and hope everybody had a happy Thanksgiving. Hope everybody enjoyed time with their family and friends. And I've been on vacation for almost a week now. Shouts out to my boy Chosen for holding it down while I was gone, and shouts out to my big brother EJ as well. Thank them. I want to thank them for their help. I really appreciate that. But yeah, man, I just want to talk a few minutes about the Saints versus Miami Dolphins game that's going to be taking place on Sunday. The Miami Dolphins are a team that started off the season struggling, and I kind of thought that maybe head coach Mike McDaniel would have been fired. I thought that maybe he would have been gone by now, but they've been surging, man. I believe they won 3 out of their last 4 games, and the running game has really been potent for the Miami Dolphins. Devon Achane has been running the ball well. Tua has been making some really good plays also, but the New Orleans Saints, they have a tough task ahead of them. They got some injuries. I believe Chris Olave has been injured throughout the week, dealing with a back injury. We now know that Alvin Kamara will not be playing in the game, so they're going to be leaning on rookie Devin Neal to pick up the slack. Estime, who they picked up from the Denver Broncos. He got cut by the Broncos, but they picked him up. And also Taysom Hill, who they used heavily last week for reasons beyond me. When you have a running back like Devin Neal, just kind of speaks to the Saints, in my opinion, being a little bit unprepared in the running game. But look, the New Orleans Saints are going to have to find a way to get that offense going. I mean, it was an absolute embarrassment that they only got 3 points last week, not counting the Justin Reed pick 6. It was a disgrace, man. And when you look at a head coach like Kellen Moore, whose calling card is supposed to be offense, he's supposed to be the guy that's supposed to put the guys in the right position to succeed despite you not having the horses in the barn. It just was not a good look. And he also apologized to the team, from what I heard, for the offensive play calling against the Falcons. The Saints, they need to get on track, man. I mean, look, I don't expect for the Saints to win this football game. People are saying that this is a relatively winnable game for the Saints. Look, I just think that people are looking at the New Orleans Saints completely differently than what I am looking at the New Orleans Saints. I think they're looking at it from a lens like, oh, they have the capability of beating a team like this. I do not. I just think that the Saints have a lot of unanswered questions this season, and they're not going to be answered until this season is over, maybe in the offseason, if Mickey Loomis can get things together when it comes to bringing some talent in. We'll see. But I'll be back with a pregame show, pregame prediction, to talk a little bit more about the Saints versus Miami Dolphins game. But I did want to preview this game a little bit. The Saints offense has not been good, of course. Defensively, they have made some plays. They have been able to get pressure on the quarterback. They've been able to get the quarterback on the ground. Chase Young looked like he is going to have one of his best seasons as a pro. You've seen Cam Jordan last week showing flashes, but they need some other guys to step up. And this has been an issue with the New Orleans Saints, still relying on these older, reliable players, which they have been reliable. But I just think that when you're asking a guy who is 36 years old and Demario Davis, a guy who is 36 years old and Cam Jordan, to go out there to be getting double-digit sacks each season, if you're Cam Jordan, 100 tackles when you're, Demario Davis. I just think that you need those young guys to step up, because as the older guard starts to fade out, the young guard is supposed to pick up the slack. And you can tell that Brandon Staley is looking for those younger players to fill that role. The problem is they can't. So the New Orleans Saints, once again, in the offseason, are going to have to address that. So it should be a fun game to watch. It should be an interesting game to watch. I'll be back once again with the pregame predictions. But I hope everybody had a happy Thanksgiving. I hope that you enjoyed your family, you surrounded yourself with love, and I hope that you didn't get too full off that Thanksgiving turkey. Till next time, all I got to say is, who dat?